Namaste. This is JVM Dr. Vishal Saxena, Associate Professor in Mathematics and Statistics in Jayoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss on a very important session of types of diagrams, and this session is a part of the course Research Methodology and Biostatistics. This session is very important in the point of view that just all we know that graphical representation is very important, and it summarizes the whole concept of the topic or the subject. So today we are going to discuss on this topic and we will take some examples and just I would like to explain one more thing. This course Research Methodology and Biostatistics is a part of the program BPT and B Optometry 6th semester, as well as the other courses of the university and various other universities. So now we start to share just some part of this topic and some diagrams with examples. So first we can see what is graphical representation of data and what are the types of diagrams. So graphical representation is a way of analyzing numerical data. So graphical representation is a method or the way of analysis of the numerical data, and which exhibits the relation between the data, their ideas, information and concepts in a diagram, and it will it is easy to understand, and it is one of the most important learning strategies. So we can see this part we have seen so many times is always very important, because it is included in every kind of study, and whenever it is used the concepts of the topic and the diagram, the concepts of the topic or the subject will become more easier. And even we can if we have to explain so many things then we can make it's like flow chart, and it will show the whole topic in very short form, and it will save our time, and it will be beneficial for all of us to understand by this. So this we have given that it is easy to understand and is one of the most important learning strategies. So this can be treated like as a very important learning strategies, and always depends on the type of information in a particular domain, and it always depends on the type of information. Every diagram, every graphical representation will consist of a particular information, and now we divide the graphical representation into three parts. One is the chart diagram, and second is the graphical graph based diagram, and third is schematic diagrams. So we can see there like a chart type diagram or the graph based diagram and the schematic diagrams are the three diagram types in which we will study the graphical representation or the types of diagrams. So chart type diagram consists of the diagram in the form of chart. So if we take the chart type diagram, then it means it will consist of the diagrams which are shown in the form of chart, while a graph based diagrams are the diagrams of points or the line connected to the points. So we can see there graph based diagrams are the diagrams which consist of points and lines connected to the points, and we can just take some example of graphical diagrams like the bar diagram or the histogram and the pie diagram, pie chart. So these are the different examples of graph based diagrams. While if we want to take chart type diagram examples, then we can give like flow chart type diagram, and the Venn diagrams, and the other diagrams just we can take other like examples, just we can give tree diagrams, network diagrams, and so many different diagrams can be taken in the chart type form. While the schematic diagrams, what are the schematic diagrams? The schematic means a plan or the outline or the model. So when the diagram just shows the schematic way of our objective, then it is called the schematic diagrams, and it will just explain the plan or the outline or the just the whole process like in a model form or the just in a diagram form. So these are called the schematic diagrams. So a schematic diagram is a graphical representation of plan or a model that is presented in a simple, accessible way. So just if we use this kind of the plan, just diagram like schematic diagram, then it is presented in a simple, accessible way. So we can just find out like the whole concept in a very accessible form, in a very simple form, and everyone can just learn from this schematics. Schematics use simple lines and symbols to communicate information such as what, how and where. So schematic diagrams just uses the different symbols and different lines joined by the points, and with this these will give the information like in the form of a questionary form like what, how and where. So just all schematic diagrams will pass the great and the very important information to understand the whole procedure of our objective. And now we take some examples. Chart type diagram, just we are taking some examples of the chart type diagrams like the tree diagram, network diagram, flow chart, Venn diagram, and existential graph are shown there. Tree diagram is a very important part of the graph theory, and you can see there it is a diagram shown in the form of a chart. In the similar way, there is a network diagram, again very important part of the graph theory, and just shows the important information, and in the form of chart. And flow chart just is a summary of the whole procedure, like algorithm of our objective, just if we have to perform a process, or if we have to make a just program on the computer, then we can just summarize the whole program or the whole procedure in a flow chart form, and it will be just very in easy form, and to understand the whole procedure in the flow chart form, and everybody can understand in very less time. Now what is Venn diagram? Venn diagram is a part of like just algebra, or we can say it is a part of the discrete mathematics, and in the Venn diagrams sets are shown, and important to understand here this because the sets can be understand the union, their intersection, and the various other properties can be shown in the form of Venn diagram. Again, it is a chart type diagram. Similarly, existential graph is a chart type diagram. Next, graph based diagram. In the graph based diagram, just all we know that the different graphs just can be studied in the statistics and mathematics, right from the school level to the just level of university or the higher courses. Histogram, bar diagram, pie chart, function graph, scatter plot, all these are the graph based diagrams in which lines or the just points, when the points are joined by a curve, will be shown there. Just see function graph where some points are joined by the curve. So histogram is a like of the bar diagram, but all the bars are connected there in the continuous interval, and while just in the bar diagrams it is not necessary that all the bars are connected to each other. Pie chart is also called a circle graph, in which we give our information in the form of a circle, and in the form the type of information we can include in a particular region, in a particular area of a circle, that is called the pie chart. Function graph, the function graph just shows a function, mathematical function in the form of a graph, and like sin x, cos x, and like log x, e raised to the power x, all these kind of are functions in mathematical functions, and these are shown just in the diagram like a parabola, and it is a like two-dimensional diagram where x and y axes are taken, and function means y equal to fx is just drawn or can be drawn for the various values of x. Scatter plot is an important part of like correlation regression, and scatter plot just shows the various points on the graph paper, and just these points combinedly give some information, like these points are along a curve or along a straight line. So such type of points just are said to be scatter plot. And lastly we will take schematic diagrams. Schematic diagram will show the information in a model form or just in a schematic form, like time distance diagram and exploded view. Exploded view is very important part because the whole assembly of the various part of the of an object, like if we take some engine, and if we have to explain the various parts of the engine, then we can show there, and that is the exploded view. And this exploded view means just it is giving the schematic the view of the engine, so that's why it is called the schematic diagram. Population density map and the three-dimensional diagram. So three-dimensional diagram is a kind of diagram with three axes, and just represents the solid figure. So it will be three-dimensional diagram, and like just we can take a sphere or a cylinder or a just any other figure like cuboid. So these are represented by the three-dimensional diagrams, and in this way, in the today's session, we have seen so many important diagrams. Types of diagrams have been taken today as our session, and which will give the important information to understand and for the learning purpose, and just we can understand the whole procedure in very better form, in very easier form, and just it will be easier for also like the non very just students or the like the non-educated person, still he or she can understand the things by the diagrams. So just this is a just types of diagram session, and students are advised to just learn or to read, to understand this topic with concepts, and take some examples, and just verify what kind of example is you are taking, and which is your which is just that diagram here, which can, and the diagram can be categorized in what form. So it is important part, and students are advised to just you have to learn these topics thoroughly. And with this I conclude my today's session. Thank you.